am I speaking to right now?
Cameron.
My name
Cameron.
is
Cam Buford.
Hey, it's Peter Rosenberg. I'm hanging out with my man Cameron Buford.
We got some good questions today.
I'm a Dolphin fan.
There's always room for improvement.
I'm more a fan of boxing. Boxing is my main sport.
All we want to see every year are the best two mothers getting in the ring and getting on.
I got some of this for you.
Goodness. For me?
Yeah, just for you.
Think about it like this: the promoter pays the fighter, the fighter pays the manager.
Okay.
So the manager works for the fighter, and the fighter works
for the promoter. Okay.
So you are lifting weights currently?
When he said it's easier to score in the NBA versus Europe, did you agree with them?
To me, it's easy to score all over the world.
Can I finish? Do you want me to speak or do you want to conduct the interview and answer for me? Which one?
What do you think about these
Aaron, like I was saying before.
Aaron, what has the game of baseball taught you?
One of the biggest things is being humble.
Can you give a message to the kids to kind of persevere through the false teachings they may be giving?
Patience.
Okay.
Patience.
As the show Voice of the Fans
Oh my goodness!
continues to
I'm in
evolve,
You were adding some spice to it.
it is strictly banter back and forth between myself and Cameron Buford.
I enjoy all of it.
The real ones know what's going on, right?
Never mind.
Go watch the tape. Go watch the tape, and then you tell me if it was all about just a system.
You look like a buffoon.
Go do your research. Go do your study.
I'm not caught up to you guys yet. I do
Real, real surprised at that, Cam.
Hey, come here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, this guy.
That's what's good in sports, man. It's Big Snoop Dogg, man.
That's what's good in sport.
Thank you for making our voice your choice.
If you haven't told your girlfriend about the show, tell her about the show. If you haven't told your boyfriend about the show, tell him about the show. If you haven't told your cousin, your uncle, your grandfather about the show, let everybody know about the Voice of the Fans podcast.
Hey, man, thanks for making our voice your choice. You know how we do.
Man, what's good, man? Thank you guys for tuning in to the Voice of the Fans podcast. Boy, 1 week without talking to you guys, man, it feels like a lifetime almost. But thank you guys for sticking with us. We got a lot to talk about this week with the NBA. Every week, man, some of these stories write themselves, but it takes a certain eye and a real plot to underneath the box scores, the headlines, and the noise to bring you guys what's around in the sports world, because sports aren't just games. They're snapshots of who we are, what we value, and how far we're willing to push for something bigger than ourselves. Tonight we're tapping into all of it, the performances, the shifting momentums, the decisions, the exposed leadership, the moments that remind us why we watched it in the first place. We're going to talk about it all, whether it's on the hardwood, whether it's fantasizing about what your local team is going to do this offseason. We're going to get into all of it. Fan, thank you. Man, all of a sudden I got the hiccups. Had some technical difficulties. My camera wasn't working. I was almost checked out on you guys, but I had to get that worked out because I would have needed my camera again. But man, oh man, the NBA season. Has anybody turned it on like what Victor Wembanyama has done? When have you guys seen somebody just turn it on after the All-Star break? I mean, Jordan has 72-win Bulls. They just kind of kept the pace. So did the Curry-led Warriors, who broke that record. They just kind of kept the pace all the way through. Oh, sheesh. Jaylen Brown has something to say. Now, Jaylen Brown, the Charlotte Bobcats are up 25 on the Boston Celtics. Oh boy, they beat the Boston Celtics by 30. Oh, those Charlotte Hornets. The Con Knipple is making a difference for that team. Miller looks like he's ready to get going again, showing that young Paul George-esque style, long arms that he had shooting the threes. And LaMelo Ball is finally getting some credit around the NBA just for making a decent passes. So these Charlotte Hornets, boy, oh boy, are they surprising you guys? What's up? He gonna be back. He's gonna be back. I'm good. I'm doing good. Thanks for tuning in. He gonna be back. But these Charlotte Hornets are surprising. But Victor Wembanyama, he has these after the rodeo trip. These Spurs are on a 9-1 run in their last 10 games. Victor's anchoring both sides, grabbing player of the month on the offense and the defensive side of the ball. That kid's going to be special. And we talked about Con Knipple, how he's changed. I think he's really – you got to give him credit. Miller and Ball didn't have Charlotte Hornets, scoring at this clip before Con Knipple. They get Con Knipple. Now he's added a scoring punch because he's the league leader in three-pointer or knocking down as many three-pointers as anybody in the league. Con Knipple has. And he's putting in his case for a rookie of the year. He's really vying for this. He's really vying for that title because the elite shooting and efficiency is just incredible. He actually has us talking about the Carolina or the Hornets, the Charlotte Hornets. Cooper Flagg is kind of tailed off. He's been good. Top rookie. Nobody's questioning what he's bringing to the table. But Dallas trying to win though. Charlotte's actually winning because of Con Knipple. Then you got Dylan Harper coming in late. Ace Bailey ran in at the top 5. This is a good rookie class. I just think Con Knipple's at the top of the class. Harrison Barnes, his streak ends. His Iron Man streak that he had. And that 364 games. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that Harrison Barnes had the Iron Man streak for 360 games? I did not know that. A little more than 3 seasons. We know that Edgecombe obviously been balling, but he's going to sit out one game for the 76ers, who's been, they've been solid most of this way anyway. Zion Williamson, his conditioning continues to be a problem, though he's played more games this year than he's played in all his What up, Barry? Thanks for tuning in, big dog. Zion Williamson, although he isn't in supreme shape and isn't playing 65 games. He's played most games he's played in his career, so you gotta give him some kudos to that. Fans, I have in my top 10, rounding out my top 10, I have the San Antonio Spurs. I'll let you guys see this. And you guys can tell me, go ahead, chop it up in the chat. Let me know what you guys think of my top 10. And I'm just going to reveal the top 10 overall, 5 in the East, 5 in the West. And let you guys see what my thoughts are. Here's what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at, fans. And you guys let me know where you guys think I'm right or wrong. I think the Spurs are the best in the West. The run that Victor's been on has been Victor's one of one. So to say he's like anybody else is not in fact accurate. But his team, they've been on a good run. And so I like what they've done. I liked how they responded to people challenging them. They got the 2 guards, the Castle and Dylan Harper, who's both are incredible. Then they have the veteran guard with what's our guy's name? De'Aaron Fox, who just adds what they need, what they're gonna need, that coolness, that calmness, that collection. He was an Olympic winner. Not being on an Olympic team. He's an all-star, obviously. Closed out the all-star game. He's consummate pro. So they have what they need, the San Antonio Spurs do. I think they're number 1. I don't have the Thunder repeating only because they're dealing with injuries. Most teams that we see repeat do not deal with injuries. These guys have been dealt with injuries. Shea been down. Williams has been down. Chet, it won't be too long before it goes down, knock on wood. But I don't think they're going to repeat due to injuries largely. The Rockets, I don't think they have enough guard play. Their point guard play is not good enough. I think they need somebody to tell Kevin Durant to get your butt on the blocks. Kevin Durant to start have him come off a pin down, to take your man off of screens instead of Kevin just dribble the air out the ball and take a wild shot. That's not great basketball, but that's what Kevin likes to do. They need a point guard to kind of help Kevin get the better shots when he can take them. The Timberwolves have been on a tear. Anthony Edwards has been on a real tear himself, trying to carry those guys as long as they can go. I don't know how far they go in the playoffs, but they have the confidence of going to the NBA Finals, or getting to the Western Conference Finals. Excuse me. So they're living off that, and they want to get more. Their palate has been tempted. Now they want to get a little bit more. And the Denver Nuggets, obviously, they got Nikola Jokic, and they got Murray playing on a consistent basis. They by the time playoffs come, I'm sure Cam Thomas is going to be rounded into shape. So the Nuggets are going to be their fifth seed, but they're going to be a formidable fifth seed. Like that Timberwolves Nuggets matchup, if it went this way, would be an historical matchup right there. The Pistons, can they hold on? Now they're playing hold on. Can they hold on to the number one seed in the Eastern Conference? As we get late in the season, can they play with that same ferocity and same determination as they have been playing? That's going to be interesting to see as they prepare for the playoffs. Now they got to the playoffs and they lost to the New York Knicks in the playoffs. So I'm sure that that taste of losing to the Knicks has fueled their season. But can they ramp it up for the playoff time? Because they're likely going to see those Knicks again in the playoffs at some point. The Celtics are getting back Jason Tatum. I don't know how it's going to hurt them. If it hurts them, if somebody would say it hurts them, I'm not sure exactly how it hurts them, but I think it can only be a good thing. Tatum coming back. The Knicks, I like the Knicks. The Knicks showed tonight that somebody comes into the Madison Square Garden, they can put it together. They can beat up somebody. The problem is you play 4-game seasons. It's not just one game and go home. You play a 4-game season, a 4-game series, and somebody's going to have to be identified as a winner and loser. So the Knicks get up for their home games, but do they do the same on the road? They need to be better at that. The Cavaliers, do I believe in James Harden? Do I believe in Donovan Mitchell? Individually, I actually do. Together, I don't. I believe Harden is going to help out the big men, Mobley and Jared Allen. Donovan Mitchell, they're going to be playing 1-2 tag back there. I'm not sure how effective that's going to be when it comes to playoff time. But I got the Cavs at the fifth seed. I got the Sixers jumping over somebody to get right here in the top 5 because this is mainly due to respect to the TJ Maxx, VJ Max, VJ Edgecombe, and Maxey. That duo. Because of that duo, I have them 5th best in the Eastern Conference. Now, obviously, that duo doesn't play every night. They're a young duo, but because of that duo is why I have them ranked where they are, ahead of some other teams like Orlando Magic, who's been a large disappointment this season. Because of that duo, I have these guys rated. I wouldn't say it's a high rating. I would say it's a fair rating. The Cavaliers, they're a 4 seed. I got them rated. I got them at number 4, but I have the Philadelphia 76ers at number 6, and not Toronto Raptors in the playoffs. I think the 76ers is going to be a better team long term. That's what I think. Where am I wrong, team? Where am I wrong, fans? Let me know where I'm wrong on this list. How this list should change in my top 10 list. Let me know where I'm wrong and how maybe you should look if you got any ideas. And we know as the season continues, this could be 3 or 4 guys up at the top, but that's what it is today. Fans, let's talk about some football. Man, this story, I was prepared. I went down a rabbit hole and I was prepared to come on here and act as Kenneth Walker's agent last week, because I think what Kenneth Walker is going through is preposterous. It shouldn't be happening in sports. You play sports, you play to win, obviously. You play sports, then you want to get better year after year after year. That's why you play sports. You play sports on hope with the owner or with the team who recognize your value and is willing to compensate you for such. When you have somebody who doesn't value you as a person, as a tool, as a skill set, as a team player, then there's issues. There could be issues. So Kenneth Walker getting Seattle allowing Kenneth Walker to become a free agent is when you reach the pinnacle of your job, the zenith of your industry. Kenneth Walker is going to get paid like he's competing with some of these college players. He's going to get Kenneth Walker after winning the Super Bowl MVP. He's going to be paid like the 11th or 12th best running back in the league, which I think is kind of unfair, man. This is his chance to cash in, and that's all he can do is get into. He can't even crack the top 10 with the Super Bowl championship. He can't crack the top 10 in NFL running back. That's a sad statement. A sad statement. I'll get back to Kenneth Walker later. I mean, it says something about Seahawks is going to go draft a running back, obviously, because they cannot be trying to count on Zach Charbonnet to be their bell cow back when he's coming off an ACL. They can't. The Seahawks cannot be thinking like that. So I would suspect that they're going to have they're going to draft a running back. The Chiefs traded in response to those Seattle Seahawks that are NFL champions. The Chiefs traded. They notoriously don't pay their cornerbacks. They traded Trent McDuffie to the Rams for multiple picks, including 2026 first, a 5th, and a 6th. So for the Chiefs didn't want to pay. They don't pay cornerbacks. They can draft them. They just don't pay them. So they're going to draft another good one for sure. And then get him under cost control for the next few years while they use these other picks to kind of get a lineman, a linebacker, potentially a receiver. Stephon Diggs is released by the Patriots. This is a major domino. But I think this tells us that A.J. Brown might be showing up in New England, going to go play for his old coach and Mike Vrabel. If so, that would be a good combination. They, let A.J. Brown be the one low receiver, get 115 targets. He can do that. That'll be good for him. Kenneth Murray is being released, or Kyler Murray, being released by the Cardinals. What is the best fit for Kyler Murray? Is it the Vikings, the Rams, the Colts, the Dolphins, the Browns? If I was Kyler Murray, I'm sure somebody in Arizona can hear this, but if I was Kyler Murray, my first thought would be go to the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings, if you cannot score, if you cannot put up points as a quarterback with, never mind that they released Aaron Jones, I think it is. They're not going to bring him back. But if you cannot complete passes to Jefferson, Addison, like, I don't know who do you want on your team? They got the perfect receiving core. They get a rookie running back. That offense is going to be humming again. Kyler Murray, I'm going to Minnesota, playing in the Dome for half the season. I'm going to Minnesota. I think they're best prepared to win. That's what I would do if I was Kyler Murray. I wouldn't even entertain the Jets. I wouldn't even entertain the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's nobody else I would entertain. The Colts potentially, but they signed Daniel Jones to a non-competing qualified offer or some crap like that. Go to the Vikings, and if you can't get on the Vikings roster, heck, go up fives. Go to play under Sean McVay. Sign a 2-year deal. Play under McVay for a year, and then next year go get you some money. That would be my suggestion to Kyler Murray, who just got released by the Cardinals. Give Minnesota a call. Well, hell, give Justin Jefferson a call. Ask him how he feels about you being up there. And if that feeling is mutual, then you give the ownership a call, tell them that's where you want to be. Should the Steelers, Jets, Vikings, Colts, Browns all target Murray? Again, I told you where I thought I could see the Steelers, the Jets, the Colts, the Browns targeting him. I don't know how high the Vikings are on Kyler Murray. I just don't know. I don't read on Stefanski. No, Kevin O'Connell. I don't know. I would read on Kevin O'Connell if he is the guy that they want. I don't have that read. But AJ Brown, I think talks are heating up. I think with Stephon Diggs being released, that just opens up the door for him. He goes to catch passes from Drake May, and who's just going to target him all game. The dumb bungles, they botched this Trey Hendrickson situation. Not tagging him or trading him is criminal. It's actually criminal work, man. Come on, guys. That's bad work. Really is. What the heck are you doing? Or do you go to any games? Do you talk to any other GMs? Did you go to Senior Bowl this past week? Did you go to the combine? Did you talk to anybody? You couldn't trade one of the better defensive ends in the league. You can't make a trade, huh? I challenged them for how much work they were trying to do. But that falls out. That they fumbled that situation. Matt Crosby now is going to be available. Where does he end up? Does Max Crosby Does Max Crosby dare leave Nevada for Los Angeles and go, play alongside Khalil Mack? That'd be interesting. Are the Steelers waiting for Aaron Rodgers again? The Steelers just going to say, hey, okay, Aaron, when you decide you want to play, just give us a call. Is that what the Steelers are doing again? Come on, Pittsburgh Steelers, you're better than that, man. Have some cojones. Once again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Voice of the Fans podcast. This is your man, Cam. This is you're talking to me here. You're hearing me broadcast live from Great American Casino at 14040 Interurban Avenue South, Tukwila, Washington. Fans, there's a little secret. These guys have some of the best chicken wings in the city. Get down here on Wednesdays. There are $1 chicken wings on Wednesday. $1 chicken wings. And they're thick. They're nice and healthy chicken wings too. So come on down, grab you some chicken wings, grab you a good drink, and then you could come and check me out recording the podcast if you like. But thank you guys for tuning in. This is your man Cam at the Great American Casino, 14040 Interurban Avenue South. Come down and check us out. Actually have some wonderful drink specials, as I was mentioning, and the happy hour specials coming down. Check them out. Fans, want to thank you. Just real quick, fans, do something real quick. Hey, fans, sorry about that. But thank you guys for sticking with us once again. Fans, what things I like to bring to the show is not only like to talk about sports and have a little fun banter with you guys on sports, also like to bring some education to the world. Fans, back in March 1, 1960, Alabama State expelled students for sit-in participation. 9 students were expelled for the participation in Montgomery sit-ins, sparking national coverage and outrage, drawing support from Dr. King. The moment accelerated student-led civil rights activism back in 1960. If you remember, they sat at the lunch counter trying to get service when they know they wasn't going to get service, and some of them got coffee thrown on them, spit on, pops spilled on them. So it was a real test of time and test of will. They did doing what they did. March 1, 2002, Shantae Hinton crowned Miss USA representing DC. She became the 7th Black woman to win the title, later building a career in television and public speaking. March 2nd, 1932, birth of Lieutenant Frank E. Peterson, the first Black officer to reach flag rank in the regular Marine Corps. March 3rd, 1869, formation of the 24th Infantry regime, the 38th and 41 Infantry regime merged, forming one historical Buffalo Soldiers unit. March 4th, Robert Mugabe forms Zimbabwe's first Black government, a pivotal moment in African post-colonial governance. Fans, are you guys watching the Olympics? I know they're over now, but were you watching the Olympics? Did you guys tune in? What do you guys know about this WNBA situation, the WNBA lockout situation? Now, the WNBA has handed down a hard March 10 deadline, giving the league leverage. The WNBA sets a firm cutoff date for CBA to avoid disruption of the 2026 season, which pressures the union to compromise and keep the league schedule and business operation intact. It's March 6th now. We're 6 days away. It's March the 5th now. A couple hours to be the 5th. So they got some work to do here in 6 days just to get this going. Because if they don't, they're going to mess up a lot of things that I still believe that they have a couple weeks to push the button. But if they don't get this thing start and going down the right road, it's just only going to get tougher and tougher for them not to miss games. And that we don't want to see them miss games, obviously. The league offers housing for all players in 2026, then shift to scale housing for minimum or zero service time players 2020, 27, 28, controlling costs while still offering a benefit. What the players are looking for is revenue sharing proposal. This is a long time. This has been on the table for a long time. The union is asking for 26% of gross revenue, down from 27.5%, still representing the massive increase in player earnings and would tie players' income to league success. I like that. I like that aspect, but I think the ladies they're wising up. I think when they initially was going on strike, the number I heard, and I can't confirm these numbers, but my understanding is the ladies making 9% of revenue sharing, which is embarrassing. But they were pushing for 50%. Somewhere hovering around what the men bring. And well, that would be unfair. And because the men's game's already been established for a long time, et cetera, et cetera. But to go from 9% to 26% is huge. It's massive. That they should applaud that for right there. They want housing guarantees also, improve player stability, which the league's counteroffer already discussed that as well. So that sounds like housing is going to come, which is a good thing. Some of these ladies say the deals ain't going to get done. Because Breonna Stewart is on the executive committee, reaffirms that players remain unified and committed to a transformational deal. Well, are they going to miss games? The good thing for the ladies is they have these other revenue streams, the unrivaled, that they can go out and play. The Project B, they can still go out and play some basketball and still get paid. So it's not like the owners are initially thinking that if these players, they can only miss a week or two of games, and once they miss a week or two of games, that they're going to come crawling to the negotiating table saying, okay, we'll take whatever you guys are offering just so we can get paid. Well, again, the ladies have been making money this summer. So the ladies probably been stacking some money. We all know women are a little bit more frugal and thriftier than men. So they're probably doing a much better job saving their coins and being prepared for the lockout that's coming. That's the pending lockout. That's going to be interesting. I think both parties, the league and the women, are overplaying their hands if they end up missing games. But to the ladies, it's a missing games is important because that's going to send a message that they're serious about what's going on. It can go either way for me, fans. But I think it's important that the ladies get this together and get out there and play basketball. Spring training is obviously pitchers and catchers are obviously reporting. They got some exhibition games. They're playing the World Baseball Classic. Are you guys enjoying that? Anybody paying attention to the World Baseball Classic that they're playing in Japan? I think it is. I'm not positive, but I think they're playing in Japan. Are you guys paying attention to that? What about are you guys paying much attention to the World Baseball Classic as you guys did the Olympics, which is little to none, which is totally understandable. That's about where I'm at. Fans, as always, man, I want to thank you guys for tuning into the Voice of the Fans podcast. I apologize for the late delay. We had, again, some technical issues that we're able to get resolved. I'm excited that we got it resolved, so we should be right on time next week. And I don't want to miss a week with you guys. The quote that I want to leave you guys with today is this quote from Mahatma Gandhi. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Mahatma Gandhi. One more time for those in the back. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do all are in harmony. Let's get our lives in harmony, fans. 2026, let's get our lives in harmony. Let's enjoy what we have in front of ourselves every day. Let's make sure the people around us enjoy life as well. Let's be the light. Here's another quote. It wasn't the one I want to leave you with, but let's be the change that we wish to see in the world. That's another quote from Mahatma Gandhi. Let's be that change, fans. Thank you guys for tuning in to Voice of the Fans podcast each and every week. As you know, we are here Wednesday night. Shout out to my guys at H&B Media TV. Shout out to my guys at Culture Flicks TV as well. You guys can hit us up on that app or hit that subscribe button, hit that like button on Voice of the Fans on YouTube, because that helps us in the algorithm as well. Help me tells you guys, or tells YouTube that you guys want to hear this content that we're bringing you, and then it tells me I have to get ready and bring you guys more content each and every week. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you can, hit that subscribe button. If you're willing, hit that like button. If you really care about what we're doing, hit that leave a comment or two. Tell me how good we're doing. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is your man Cam. Have a great evening, and as always, thank you for making our voice your choice.